SpaceX's Starship 9 mission, slated for an imminent launch, is generating considerable anticipation and speculation within the space community. This isn't just another test flight, it's a pivotal moment, potentially reshaping the future of space travel and altering the landscape of the space race. The mission carries immense weight, given 2 prior failures and the significant investment in the Starship program. Musk's recent pronouncements about Starship 9 hint at a paradigm shift in rocketry. A key element of the mission is the replacement of Booster 16 with Booster 14. This decision, while seemingly minor, suggests a strategic shift in SpaceX's approach, prioritizing a proven and reliable booster over one with unresolved issues. The choice underscores SpaceX's commitment to refining and streamlining its launch procedures. The successful recovery and reuse of Booster 14, following a flawless landing on a previous mission, further reinforces its suitability for the critical upcoming flight. Furthermore, the planned ocean landing for Booster 14, a departure from previous onshore landings, signals a deliberate shift in approach. This strategy could be a result of ongoing upgrades to the launch infrastructure, optimizing the spacecraft's re-entry process. A sea landing, by simplifying recovery and reducing reliance on specific landing sites, would further improve the mission's efficiency and reusability, ultimately reducing the considerable costs associated with each launch. Crucially, Starship 9 will attempt its first orbital flight. This milestone, after multiple test flights, represents a crucial step towards establishing Starship's capabilities for extended missions and delivering significant payloads to orbit. This significant leap forward in spacefaring technology would enhance SpaceX's position in the competitive space industry and could influence future partnerships with other space agencies, including NASA. The success of Starship 9 would not only enhance SpaceX's reputation and technological prowess, but also demonstrate the maturity and reliability of the Starship system. This, in turn, would likely bolster investor confidence and provide a springboard for future, larger-scale missions. However, the inherent risks associated with any complex space launch, coupled with the past failures, underscore that failure, in any form, is always a possibility. The mission's implications extend beyond immediate success or failure, impacting the future of deep space exploration and possibly influencing other space programs. The outcome of Starship 9, one way or the other, will contribute significantly to the narrative of private space exploration and its potential to reshape the future of human endeavors in space. After 2 unsuccessful attempts, SpaceX hopes that the third time will be the charm. This launch is not just another routine test flight, it's a pivotal moment that could shape the future of Starship, impact NASA's Artemis program, and redefine the timeline for humanity's deep space ambitions. SpaceX is betting on this flight, aiming not only to complete the test but also to prove Starship's capabilities, marking a turning point for future space missions. Let's dive into this special flight in today's episode. SpaceX's previous Starship flights left us with a mix of excitement and disappointment. Flight 7 on January 16th introduced the Block 2 design, but ended in failure due to a catastrophic fire. Then on March the 6th, Flight 8's upper stage exploded after losing control from a fuel leak, severing communication with mission control. Now with Flight 9, SpaceX is under immense pressure to address these issues and meet key mission objectives. This launch marks the 3rd time SpaceX is using Block 2 hardware, which is crucial for proving Starship's reliability for upcoming missions, including NASA's Artemis 3 mission to the Moon in 2027. SpaceX is betting everything on Flight 9, with serious pressure to prove they've fixed the issues from previous flights. This launch will use Booster 14, replacing Booster 16, which faced delays and issues that prevented it from meeting readiness conditions. Booster 14, however, is in optimal shape, having successfully landed after Flight 7 and is now ready for reuse. It was recently lifted onto the orbital launch mount for further tests, with the possibility of a static fire test. The choice of Booster 14 shows SpaceX's commitment to demonstrating Starship's full reusability, which is crucial for reducing launch costs and keeping ahead of competitors in the space industry. This launch is historic for several reasons. First, Booster 14 will be used instead of Booster 16, which faced delays and issues that prevented its readiness for Flight 9. Booster 14 is in prime condition, having successfully landed on Flight 7, making it the best candidate for reuse. Secondly, Booster 14 will not land on Mechazilla. Instead, it will splash down in the ocean. This may be due to ongoing upgrades or testing the ship's re-entry performance. Third, this will be Starship's first attempt at orbital flight. Despite several test flights, Starship has yet to complete an orbital mission, and Flight 9 aims to achieve this key milestone. A successful launch will be a major step forward in SpaceX's ambitions. Flight 9 will be a historic mission for SpaceX, and there are 4 key factors that make it stand out. 1. Booster 14 replaces Booster 16. Originally, SpaceX had planned to use Booster 16 for this mission, but due to delays in getting it fully ready, they decided to go with Booster 14 instead. Booster 14 has shown excellent performance, particularly after a flawless controlled landing during Flight 7. It's currently positioned on the orbital launch mount for upcoming tests. Its quick turnaround and proven reliability make it the best choice for this high-stakes mission. The decision to use Booster 14 is a testament to SpaceX's ability to adapt quickly and ensure mission success with the available resources. Second, Booster 14's ocean landing. Unlike previous missions where the booster was planned to land on Mechazilla, this time, Booster 14 will land in the ocean. The reason behind this change could be twofold. First, the launch tower may be undergoing upgrades or maintenance, making it unavailable for this launch. Second, SpaceX might want to focus on testing how the spacecraft handles re-entry in this mission, rather than attempting the more complex Mechazilla landing. Landing in the ocean simplifies the mission's logistics, removes timing issues with the tower, and allows SpaceX to focus on the spacecraft's re-entry performance, which is vital for future missions. Third orbital flight of Starship. After 8 previous test flights, Starship has yet to achieve a true orbital mission. Flight 9 is poised to make history as the first attempt to get Starship into orbit, a critical milestone for SpaceX. This mission represents a significant leap forward, especially with increasing competition from other space companies, including Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket, which successfully reached orbit on its first launch. For SpaceX, hitting this milestone is essential to maintaining its lead in the space race. Fourth cargo mission with Starlink satellites. Another groundbreaking aspect of Flight 9 is that Starship will carry cargo into orbit for the first time, specifically Starlink satellites. Successfully delivering these satellites into orbit will mark a major achievement for Starship and prove its capability to handle real-world missions. This mission will show that Starship is ready to replace Falcon 9 for satellite launches, especially as newer, larger Starlink version 3 satellites are being developed. This marks a pivotal moment in SpaceX's journey toward becoming the dominant player in space transportation. What happens if Flight 9 fails? If Flight 9 doesn't succeed, it would trigger another investigation by the FAA, much like after Flights 7 and 8. After Flight 7's failure, the FAA investigation lasted for weeks, finally concluding on March 31st, revealing that unexpected vibrations damaged the propulsion system. SpaceX continued with Flight 8, but it ended in failure at nearly the same stage. If Flight 9 fails, it would further delay SpaceX's progress, potentially impacting future missions, including Artemis 3, which aims to return humans to the moon in 2027. A third failure could also hurt investor confidence, causing financial pressure on SpaceX despite its strong allies, including NASA and the Department of Defense. These setbacks could even affect the timeline for Starship's readiness, possibly delaying the Artemis mission further. The impact of Flight 9's success on SpaceX and NASA. If Flight 9 succeeds, it would mark a major milestone for SpaceX and its future missions. The company has faced several challenges in the past, including near bankruptcy after Falcon 1's failed launches, but has always managed to bounce back. SpaceX's resilience has helped it become a leading force in space exploration, securing lucrative contracts like the $2.89 billion NASA contract for the Starship human landing system for Artemis. A successful Flight 9 would not only demonstrate Starship's readiness for future missions, but also solidify its role in NASA's Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the moon in 2027. This mission is vital for SpaceX's continued success and for reaching new space exploration goals. The potential impact of a third failure. If Flight 9 fails, it could have significant consequences for SpaceX. A third failure would likely trigger another FAA investigation, similar to the ones after Flight 7 and 8. These investigations could delay future launches and increase regulatory scrutiny, potentially affecting SpaceX's timeline. A setback could also impact NASA's Artemis 3 mission, which aims to return astronauts to the moon by 2027. With the growing competition from China's Long March 9 rocket and other players in the space industry, any further failures could undermine investor confidence and delay critical projects. SpaceX must ensure Flight 9's success to avoid these complications and maintain its lead in space exploration. SpaceX's resilience and the future of Starship. Despite setbacks, SpaceX has always bounced back stronger. The company's history of overcoming challenges, such as the failures of Falcon 1, shows their resilience. After nearly running out of funds in 2008, SpaceX turned things around with Falcon 1's third successful launch, securing a critical $1.6 billion NASA contract. This success set the stage for Falcon 9's dominance in space. Now SpaceX has the resources and backing to push Starship forward, with Flight 9 marking a significant milestone. If all goes well, this will lead to even bigger advancements. The company is determined to refine Starship and meet its ambitious goals, despite the obstacles ahead. SpaceX faces immense pressure to ensure the success of Flight 9. A third failure would trigger another investigation by the FAA, potentially leading to significant delays. After Flight 7's failure, the investigation took weeks, and despite those challenges, SpaceX pushed forward with Flight 8, which also failed at a similar stage. Another failure would not only delay further test flights, but could also impact critical missions like Artemis 3. NASA has contracted SpaceX to develop Starship as the human landing system for Artemis, aiming for a moon landing in 2027. If FAA regulations are further delayed, this could push the readiness of Starship beyond the planned timeline, risking NASA's moon mission. SpaceX must prove its ability to overcome these setbacks to maintain investor confidence and meet ambitious milestones for both government and private sector missions. The stakes for Flight 9 are incredibly high. Looking ahead, Starship's next steps. If Flight 9 is successful, SpaceX could launch Flight 10 as early as mid-May. With Ship 35 completing its satellite launch and re-entry, it could be reused for further testing. Additionally, Booster 16, having passed its cryo test, remains a strong candidate for Flight 10. Meanwhile, Ship 36 is making significant progress, with updates showing its nose cone and payload section are ready, indicating it could be the first Starship to be caught by the tower. SpaceX's plan for Flight 10 is to increase the payload mass to test the vehicle's lift capabilities and ascent stability. These advancements are critical as SpaceX continues to improve Starship's performance for future missions.